I've made a severe and continuous lapse in my judgment, and I don't expect to be forgiven. I'm just here to apologise. This boomer here didn't record his audio, which is creating a bit of a scuffed podcast. Hopefully Dan can get it listenable. I always thought my first apology video would be for something a bit more rugby league scandalous, like, I don't know, getting a bit drunk at a pub and getting handsy, having too many Bundy rums and getting a bit fighty, or like maybe going into a toilet and celebrating buying a house with a mate. But for an apology video to be about this, I'm disappointed in myself. I need to be better, and I'll look to be better on and off the mic in the future. So for now, that's all. I'll be doing a couple of cuts in here and there to give my opinion on stuff where it would have been a dead patch in the potty. But sorry guys, I'll look to be better.
Welcome back to the Couch Commentators podcast, the fastest growing podcast in the nation, and some would say the world. As always, I have Brandon, Dan, and James with me. We're here to talk about all things sports, so sit back and enjoy. So Brandon, mate, how have you been? How's the week been?
Oh, fantastic, mate. You know, another week, another day in paradise as well. You know, played some golf, which was good. Luckily, Sharks had a bye this week. I won in the lock, so everything's looking up. You know, I'm really happy.
You beauty. How good's that? What about you, Dan? How are you, mate?
Yeah, good, mate. Just spent the weekend, doing some house cleaning and, just fucking around watching footy.
That's the way,
Nice.
mate. James, how are you, sir?
Nope.
Let's head into accountability straight away because I couldn't even tip my hat at the moment. It's quite embarrassing. My Lucas's top tip, Vienna Princess, goodness me, mate, comes second, and the horse that beats her is Brutality, a horse that hadn't won for over 900 days. Just my luck.
You could say it was very brutality.
Oh, you
Yes.
fucked that bad, dude. You
Yeah, that was bad. Just rewind
Yeah.
that.
No, I'm not doing it again.
That was like $20 something. It was paying as well. It was pretty nice. Would have been
Mate,
nice to be on it.
dude, that thing is running around in Group 2s, Group 3s, doing absolutely nothing. Right? Gets into, I think it was an 88 on the weekend, a benchmark 88, and of course, the one time I don't back it, it does that. So quite upsetting, but as I've said before, guys, we go on. But Brandon, you've got some good news, mate.
Oh, do I whatsoever, mate. It's been a while, but getting a win. I think I was lucky that my first horse was scratched, so I was able to pick another horse. And, picked a horse. It was a great race. The favourite and my horse is charging down for like 200 metres, just head and head, back and forth. And, I won. I'm just that good. I'm just a top. That's why I'm the top putter. That's why I'm the top putter. That's,
Look,
Yeah.
on that race as well, sorry, just quickly,
Yeah.
that was a phenomenal, last 400.
Yeah, it was bloody wild.
What you like to see in a horse race.
My heart was in me, just beating 100 miles an hour, and I was just, whew.
I can imagine, mate.
Line the pockets for the punters and for me as well, so happy about that.
That's it. What about Dan, mate? How close were you?
Mate, it wasn't as good as the other week, but, 2 out of 5. It was unfortunate that the Fox didn't play, so I had to pick someone else. Who did I end up picking in place? I can't remember.
Amarillo, I think, maybe?
Oh, yeah, that's right, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that didn't go too good.
No.
Another week.
Another week with a duck egg.
Is that week 21?
Yeah, it would.
Could be.
If this is episode 21, then that is week 21.
Oh, mate,
What about you, James? How close was Jim's Jim?
Nope.
Jim.
But I feel like it's only a matter of time until Dan gets his big win. That we'll fund the next 3 years. Yeah, it'll fund the next 3 years of our punters group.
Oh, mate, yeah, I can't wait for that.
Mate, I'm really excited for the week we all get a dub.
All I'm saying is, it's Dragons versus Tigers this week, so...
I'm looking forward to the first ATS multi as well. We get so close, but we just...
Is that how many times we've been one off? 3 or 4?
It's going to be out there, yeah, 3 or 4, so about maybe 4. We're looking for.
Yeah, we need to do something special when we all get a win in the same week as well.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. All right. Well, look, guys, we'll head into horse racing now. Look, there's not a lot of news this week in regards to the horse racing, but one thing I will bring up is Romantic Warrior, one of Hong Kong's superstar gallopers, has been absolutely 100% confirmed for the Cox Plate. Yep. So they're flying out. I forget the trainer's name. I think it's Danny Chum. Him and he's flying out with Romantic Warrior in September. Now, he's going to have a tune-up race in the Turnbull Stakes over 2,000 metres at Flemington on the 7th of October. There's no futures bets for that at the moment, but I can assure you he will be short. Like, $4, $3 sort of short.
Your favourite.
Yeah, a favourite, absolutely. if he runs to anywhere near his best form in the Turnbull Stakes, or even the Cox Plate, he will absolutely give our lot a thumping.
And that Romantic Warrior's paying, was it $4.20 in the Cox Plate as well?
Currently, yeah, $4.
No, yeah.
One of our loyal listeners, his name's Luke. He was messaging me earlier today saying when he gets his tax done, he's just throwing it all on Romantic Warrior and the Cox Plate. I kid you not. He goes, I'm just going to throw it all on it in the Cox Plate.
Listeners, don't take that advice.
Please do not do that, guys.
They are.
But
gamble responsibly.
I'm sure you guys know, just as a little form reference, Dubai Honor beat Animo in the Queen Elizabeth by 3 lengths earlier this year. Dubai Honor's next start, he goes to Hong Kong, faces up against Romantic Warrior, who then Romantic Warrior beats Dubai Honor by 3 lengths. So Animo was clearly Australia's best. Romantic Warrior has, I would say, 4 to 5 lengths on Animo quite easily. So it's gonna be slim pickings for the Aussies in the weight for age category this year. So yeah,
Can't wait.
yeah. Anything else, guys? Any other horse racing from you blokes or?
Oh, not really. Just keep hunting. Just keep hunting.
Just keep punting. That's the way. Look, Ashes talk. We'll go to our local cricket correspondent, James.
James here with the Ashes talk. So overnight, the women's team have won an ODI match, winning the Ashes. And then onto the men's team. So England have named relatively the same team, but with James Anderson back in to bowl from the James Anderson end.
You're telling me Jimmy Anderson's still playing?
Bloke's like 40 years old.
Mate, Jimmy Anderson, I remember I used to get home from school in primary school and my mum would be watching the Ashes and he was playing. I was in like year 3. And that bloke's still around kicking. Good
You'd
job.
have like him and fucking Andrew Flintoff bowling
Andrew
fucking
Flintoff
absolute
with his
steamers at us.
With his ridiculous run-up.
Moeen Ali at 3 is a bit odd, but who knows, it's baseball. For the Australian team, the big note of selection, Todd Murphy out, Cam Green back in, so we're going to be batting down to about 8. So there's plenty of runs. Hopefully we should be able to take 20 wickets, but it's the first time in a long time that Australia has not had a spinner, a specialist spinner, I should say, in the team. Travis Head, you would imagine, bowls a few, maybe Labuschagne and Smith might bowl an over or so to take a bit of pressure off the quicks and get a bit of a change-up at times. But that is to say that it isn't rained out. This is a high possibility of a draw. We're meant to have rain all week in Manchester, so we'll just be keeping an eye out. Hopefully we get to see a bit of cricket. The ball could be moving everywhere with overcast conditions when they do get on. So, yeah, it could be interesting, if not short, but yeah, it should be good watching.
Fuck
Okay.
the Poms.
Very nice, very nice.
Keep walking, Johnny Bairstow.
The most important part, fuck the bombs.
Fuck the Poms.
Manchester's wet. Anyway, look, guys, I've got a bit of horse racing, true or false, if someone wants to give it a go with me.
Oh.
Pick
Would,
your poison.
Would anyone like to put their hand up, or should I pick out at random? Brandon.
Oh.
I was hoping he picked Brandon. I was fucking hopeless if he picked me.
I'm still gonna be fucking shocking, but I'll have a crack.
I got a couple for you.
Alright.
Okay. Now I've tried to make them as easy as possible in a way. So, you ready to go?
Yeah, ready to go, mate.
So, on which day of the year does the Melbourne Cup bring Australia to a standstill?
Oh, okay. So I know it's usually the first Tuesday.
No, the first.
For some reason in my head, I've got November 24th, and I'm gonna lock that in.
Well, I mean, it's not really a certain day.
Oh, it was
You-
the
you were-
first
yeah.
Tuesday. Yeah. Well, it's
always
November.
the first Tuesday.
November, I'm pretty sure.
Yep, that's right, mate. The first
Okay,
Tuesday in
thank you.
November.
So, yeah. Yeah, half point. Okay, with
Half
that.
a point. Now, look, a true or false one here. This one here. So, the Cox Plate is regarded as Australia's greatest weight for age race.
Well, it's 50-50, and it's a pretty good race. So I'm going to say true. Lock it in.
Look, yeah, that's correct.
Oh, is that it? Yes.
I'd just like to say, quite controversially,
Uh-huh.
that the Queen Elizabeth Stakes for the last few years has been a miles better race than the Cox Plate. Come at me, anyone who thinks otherwise. And I'll be happy to argue the fact with you.
This is just true or false, just to put the Cox Plate on blast.
pretty much,
Put
pretty
them
much.
on blast.
All right, next one, Brandon. You ready?
Okay, ready, mate. Ready.
Okay. The Blue Diamond is Australia's richest race for 2-year-olds.
Okay.
So,
Ew, it's either because I know the slipper. I'm pretty sure is also for 2-year-olds, but I'm just gonna go with true again. I'm locking in true.
Bow.
Oh.
You were right on the money there,
Oh,
dude.
the
You
slipper.
said it. The slipper. The Golden Slipper run at Rosehill Racecourse is the richest 2-year-old race in the world.
Yeah, I was close. Yeah, true,
Yeah.
true. PBL knows what to do.
Yep. Look, okay, I got another one for you.
Ooh, I'm ready.
Okay. The 1,000 and 1,200 metre race at Flemington Racecourse is the only straight track race in Australia.
Was that Flemington?
Yes. It's the only straight track
Yeah.
race over
I'm
those
gonna-
two distances.
I can't think of any other place that has that straight as Flemington does that I've seen that I can remember. So I'm gonna lock it in as true. I'm gonna 3 truths in a row.
Jeez, Brandon, you nailed this one too, mate. You beauty. You
Yes.
beauty. This guy's a bit of a
A
genius.
bit of a horse guru. I might be taking your spot here.
Goodness me.
That starter's orders, eh? How good's that?
That's right. That's right.
Bloody hell.
Okay. Now, look, I've got another one for you.
I'm ready.
Are you ready? Are you sure?
No, born ready, mate. Born ready.
Okay. Black Caviar never lost a race start.
Ooh. So I remember, Winx has obviously lost before. I'm pretty sure. And
The thing about how hard it is to go.
Black
you know,
Caviar, obviously regarded as one of the best in ever. Kind of, we're just. What are you throwing? I'm going to go. As you said, you put a little bit of a throw off there. I'm going to say true.
Brandon, that is correct, mate.
Yeah.
Black Caviar never lost a race.
What a horse.
25 starts, 25 wins. Trained by the one and only, the legendary man himself, PG Moody. PG Moods, the
Wow.
great man.
I feel like PJ Moody needs a wrestling entrance.
I feel like
Out with a packet full of durries, just chains him. That's what PG Moods does.
I really like this segment, Lucas. I feel like we've all learnt so much about it. You know, so good stuff. Good stuff.
Well, look, I had some harder ones, but that's okay.
Yeah,
I'll
we can save that for
next time.
another one.
That's right. All right, gents. Let's head over to mate Daniel Ricciardo back in the headlines, and it seems that he's back in F1 with AlphaTauri. Now, I'm not the biggest F1 fan, guys, because
Neither am I.
no, Dan, I thought you were a big fan.
Yeah, I thought you loved the F1.
Yeah, go Michael Schumacher.
Oh, jeez, mate, you can't say that these days. I think he's a vegetable. Is he a vegetable?
Oh yeah, he is. That's right. Fuck.
Oh my
Oopsie.
Thoughts and prayers go out to Michael Schumacher's family. Sorry.
Yeah, but look, Brandon, do you have any thoughts on old mate Daniel Ricciardo back in the headlines, mate? Or
Oh, mate, love Daniel Ricciardo. Love his work. He's the bloke who does a bit of shoeies, doesn't he? He loves a good shoey, so I love that work. But James, do you have any opinions more than that? Because I, again, not really the biggest F1 fan.
So yeah, Dan Ricciardo to AlphaTauri. So it's going to be great to see Danny back in the F1. But apparently, from my very limited research and knowledge of F1, apparently it's one of the slowest cars going around the track at the moment. So it's going to be a bit hard for him to really show he's improved or worked on himself in this time off that he's had. So yeah, best of luck to him. Hopefully he can find some pace from this car. But yeah.
you know what confuses me about F1? I just thought all the cars were built standard, and it was purely on like how good of a driver you are. Mate, some of these cars that these blokes have are just like fucking roided to the tits.
Yeah.
Well, guys, we've got a listener's question this week. Now, I saw this earlier, and I was very, very, taken aback by this. But the question goes like this: do you think your mates? This to everyone. Do you think your mates that are Tigers and Dragons fans, the two teams which are battling it out for the wooden spoon, should be able to, dish out shit to you guys or to you who support a team that's going to make the finals? Do you think it's acceptable?
Yes. Because his team is a flat track fucking bully.
Look, it's an anonymous post.
This is from Anonymous, Dan.
No, it's obvious who it is.
Dan, being the fan of the Dragons fan, I'll let you go first. I want to know your opinion on this.
Mate, it's like these people who go for these top 8 teams give us shit for not being in the top 8, being in the bottom 9. And so if they're going to dish out shit, they got to be able to take the shit.
Mm-hmm. Yes, indeed.
That's what you learn as a kid.
Yeah, no,
if you're going to dish it out, you got to take it. All right?
That's true. That's true.
Indeed. Now, Brandon, mate, what are your thoughts here, dude? I'm really intrigued.
This question's so good. Whoever the anonymous listener is, that's great.
You can't even say with a straight face, cunt.
It really it feels like it's my world that I'm hearing this question. It's like I have friends that are Dragons and Tigers fans, always harping on about how Sharks aren't that good, and I'm going, man, if I was in that guy's shoes, obviously, I think they don't have a leg to stand on, as they are bottom, like the bottom of the barrel. Here
I come. The difference is, now I need you to know this, right? The difference is, as a Tiger and a Dragon fan, we fully know and understand that our team is shit.
Yes.
We know this. I know this. Dan knows this, right? Whereas, certain Shark fans... I know a Sharks fan who only 2 weeks ago on a certain podcast, that's the fastest growing one in the world.
Okay, this is crazy. The story's sounding a bit similar to mine again. Okay, continue.
The bloke said that he believed the Sharks would be in the grand final this year. I think the Sharks need to focus on not having the easiest draw 2 years in a row and going 7 wins and 31 losses against top 8 teams in the last few years. That's what they need to focus on, right? Because, as stated before, you know what? I'm going to take sole ownership of this. I was calling the Sharks flat track bullies about 2 months ago. in the last few weeks, the media's just been getting involved. Mate, Joey Johns called out Nico Hines a few weeks ago. How good's that?
He must be a big listener on the podcast, obviously.
They literally...
me and Joey text, mate. We text all the time.
They said it during the Sharks game this week that they were flat track bullies.
Absolutely, mate. It was great. You know the best part? I was at the Port Hacking Yacht Club in Cronulla, Port Hacking. Yeah.
Oh, la-dee-da.
Wow.
And there were Cronulla fans there. I shit you not, they left before the game finished.
I would have
shit you
too.
not. Mate, they're flat track bullies, and my father-in-law is a Sharks fan, right? And he knows it himself. He knows they're flat track bullies.
Hey.
They're just, mate, you're bullies. You are. Until you beat a good team, you're fucking
2 weeks.
bullies.
In 2 weeks, we're gonna pump Penrith, and you guys will eat your words. So.
Clapped by Penrith, bro.
Also, guys, I want to come out and say anonymous is me. It was me. I put in the question.
No way.
It was me. So yeah.
He is the anonymous.
It's crazy. I know.
I am anonymous.
Look. I want to give our team this week and see how we go. Obviously, we're versus Manly, so that won't matter to you guys. But we have some players who might be able to defend on that left edge where they scored like 4 or 5 tries down.
Bro,
So hopefully that tightens up that side, and then we're a top 8 team, mate. We're already top 8. We're going to be top 4. We're going to win the club.
Mate, barely 2 weeks ago, you were saying Talakai should be in Origin over Stags. Now you're happy that he's gone.
I was messing around by saying that.
Oh, fucking shit.
I know he's got the top try assist or
fucking
whatever
shit.
in a centre, but like it's.
Oh.
I said at the start of the year when we versus South that side is a defensive liability when Campbell Graham scored like a hat trick down that side. I'm like, well, that's fucking obvious, but easy comes, you know. We've finally we've got change in the Sharks team, and we'll come back.
Who's starting centre this week?
It is Connor Tracy.
Nah, he's all right, eh?
And then we got
Hey,
Tricky Trindle in 5'8".
Who will he be up against?
Cole
Let
Hoon.
me throw up a hypothetical for you, Brandon, right?
Yeah, I'm listening.
Okay. Nico Hines,
Nico.
right?
Man.
He's thinking about versus Manly, right? He gets out onto the field and he's like scanning the opposition team and sees the guy in the opposite 7 jersey to him and realises it's Daly Cherry Evans and goes, oh shit, he's actually good. Maybe I'm going to have to shit the bed here.
He gets Origin Game 1 flashbacks.
Let me put a hypothetical to you, Lucas. It's 11 years. My team's just lost we've got a spoon. Guess what? We're coming last. Another spoon's on its way. It's a Tigers.
I got one for you now. Ready? Get ready for this one. It's 2005. The Tigers have just won the premiership without cheating the fucking salary cap and popping for PEDs. Life is good.
Like, this all happened from your fucking
It's
anonymous
all
fucking listener
it's all
question,
hypothetical. It's all anonymous. It's
Fucking hell.
Oh, boy. Good chat.
How good is it? Anyway.
How good is rugby league?
How good is rugby? Okay, so that was pretty intense. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I'm sweating.
Yeah.
I felt like we're in the group chat just then, and a couple of boys were going at each other.
Verbal assault at the moment.
Yeah, this bloke thinks fucking Gutherson's good. Anyway, Dan.
Carlos Line's better than Guston. I mean, what?
Oh, okay.
No,
No,
jeez.
Jesus Christ. Dan, this is on you, mate. Have you got to guess the athlete for us this week?
I've got a Who Am I this week.
Ooh.
Okay. Who's it for?
You.
Oh, you beauty.
Sit back and relax.
You fucking done all. Fuck all.
Chris Waller. No? Okay.
Lock it in.
Alrighty, Lucas, are you ready for Who Am I?
Peter Moody. Yeah, go on. I'm ready.
Alright, who am I? I was born in Dubbo in 1970. I grew up in Narromine, where I first played cricket, moving to Sydney to play grade cricket for Sutherland in 92-93 summer.
ScoMo.
Who?
ScoMo.
I made my
sorry.
made my Test match debut in the next Aussie summer against New Zealand after just 8 first-class games. I was also a leading contributor of Australia's domination of world cricket in the mid-90s to the late 2000s.
Oh, here we go, yep.
I was also a part of the Aussie team that won 3 World Cup trophies in a row. In my career, I played 124 tests, scoring 641 runs and taking 563 wickets with a bowling average of 21.64.
Oh, okay.
I bowled fast medium pace, and my best bowling figures in an innings were 8 wickets for 24 runs.
Okay.
And then retiring in 2006. Who am I?
Okay, fuck. Is it Glenn McGrath?
Ooh, Glenn McGrath.
Say, Glenn McGrath. Say, what's it?
But I didn't do it to James because he would have got it fucking straight away, I reckon. When I got to fast medium, you were like, ooh, hang on a second.
Yeah, well, I was waiting for you to say, I thought Warney initially, but when you said 530-something wickets, I'm like, because Warney's definitely more than that.
Warney got 700.
Yeah, that's why I was ready to scream at you and go, yeah, bloody Warney.
Yeah.
I'll be honest with you, lads. Didn't know. Had no idea. So I'm glad it wasn't me. I was like, Brett Lee? Is it Brett Lee?
No, when you said medium fast, I knew for sure.
Yeah, that was
Brett
also
Lee,
when I
'cause
was
Brett
like,
just
oh,
fucking
damn.
bowling straight up seamers at your noggin.
Yeah.
That was
Good
nice,
stuff.
man. Thank you.
Good
for
work,
that,
good
mate.
work, good work.
Yeah.
Yes.
I thought you were going to throw like a cheeky smoky at me.
It
But no,
was actually a horse this whole time.
Yeah. All right. Well, look. Let's head to NRL talk, guys. Now, I suppose one of the big things that I get excited about every July is Try July.
Ooh.
You guys have any favourites so far? Anything stands out to you?
Moses Leota.
Oh, the Batista one.
The Batista.
That's pretty good.
That was great. But I'm
My
a big
favourite
Batista-
animal, your favourite animal.
Yeah. I'm a big Batista fan, so I was chuffed seeing that, dude. I was so happy.
That was great.
I mean, my personal favourite was Nico Hines, the one try Sharks scored. I don't know what he was doing, but he spun them all and he was... yes, okay, but that was my
pretty shit, I
favourite
won't
because we
lie.
scored a try, yeah.
Oh, that was gold. The gritty was gold.
I seen a TikTok of someone's been trying to get one player to hit the gritty for like the whole of Try July, and he reckons he manifested Clockstad doing it.
He did, mate. He did, and I'm proud of that bloke. My favourite's still for sure Asako.
What was the soccer? Oh yeah,
The golf one, yeah.
Nah.
Was
My
it
favourite's
golf
the
or was it
Raiders one.
cricket?
Yeah, the Raiders
It was
one
golf.
it.
Yeah.
The Raiders one was pretty good.
We did talk about that in the last podcast. Obviously, Lucas, a massive listener of his own podcast.
Correct. I'm very
Would
sorry,
know
my
that.
friend.
Yeah.
Nah, look, what he's but there's still.
Listen to his own voice, yeah.
Yeah, he actually mutes the podcast when we're talking.
Yeah.
And he just listens to himself.
I know that's really what I do. Look, we still got about how many games do we have left? We have this week, next week. Yeah,
It's round 21. Oh, I've tried July.
I
There's
meant try July. Yeah,
2-3 weeks, I think. Let me have a look at the draw.
should be this week and next, shouldn't it?
Yep.
Yeah, so it'll be good watching for the next few games as well, which I'm very excited about. But guys, I'm not one to watch younger games like the under-19s Origin or the female state of Origin. So the Blues given the Maroons the thumping 32-14. Who wants to chat about this one?
So in the under 19 state of origin, it was good to see some of the future stars of the future. It was a tale of the Ethans, 3 Ethans in fact, all having great games. Ethan Strange scoring a hat-trick, Ethan Ferguson scoring a try and being one of the most untouchable players on the field. The guy had spiders on him. And then Ethan Saunders, the halfback, kicking like he was Nathan Cleary or Mitch Moses. He was outstanding in controlling the game. He scored a try himself. The Fainu brothers as well. Geez, they were outstanding, all leading to New South Wales, just been pretty dominant. So it was really interesting to see these future stars. Ethan Strange is signed at Raiders. Ferguson, he's just been signed by the Rabbitohs. He's you've probably heard it a million times now. Latrell Mitchell's cousin. So look, keep an eye out for him. And then Saunders for Parramatta. Hopefully he can find a spot somewhere in that team, or unfortunately probably somewhere else. And then the Finey brothers, who the Tigers have possibly dropped the bag on, but wherever they play, they could be very deadly. That's about that. Thanks.
Well, guys, the Kalen Ponga, he has just been in absolutely blistering form the last few weeks. He tore the Tigers to shreds on Friday night. I'm not the biggest Ponga fan, because I feel like he can go missing for games at a time. But when he turns it on, it's afterburners, foot down, full throttle, or whatever superlative you want to use for him, guys. He's fantastic.
Who would have thought that he was actually a fullback? Like, this whole time, the whole year, Knights had him playing 5'8". Who would have thought he was a fullback? Fuck.
Poor Lockie Miller.
Justice for Lockie Miller.
Brandon can sure find a way to make it about the Sharks, can't he?
I'm just saying, Newtown Jets could have used him,
Like, we'll be talking about cricket or something, and Brandon will make it about the Sharks.
Oh, yeah,
All right, well, guys, look, sticking to the theme of the Tigers game, now, as I'm sure everyone's aware, because the media love writing about the Tigers because it's an absolute piss take and it's hilarious, but Tim Sheens came out after the game and said that if it wasn't for Jareem Buller, that the Tigers would have lost by 40? Yeah, we would have gotten beaten by 40 tonight. Now, in my fan opinion, Sheensy's missing a digit there. We'd have had fucking 400 put on us. Now,
Tigers don't deserve Jareem Buller.
Yeah, I don't know if it's just, blind love that I have for Buller. But no, I genuinely want your opinion here. I genuinely want your guys' opinion because being a Tigers fan, I've not seen an amazing player for a very long time.
What are you talking about? Benji Marshall was only at club like 5 years ago.
Yeah, mate, I'm talking young in prime sort of thing.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, prodigy. But
What? You don't remember Tedesco, Moses, Ryan Pappenhausen, Josh Adokar?
Fuck off. I'd also argue super athletic as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
He's a freak. He should be your next $1 million player if you end up having one. Like, if you're going to keep anyone for long term, it's got to be him.
Yeah. Look,
sign him right now. 10 fucking years, 10 million.
Look, I agree for sure, but and everyone I talk to, whether it be at work, at a pub, anything like that, they always go, "Oh, how long have you locked him up for? How long have you locked him up for?" And I'm pretty sure when he joined the top 30 this year, it was like another 2 or 3 years.
Yeah.
But we've seen so many times that contracts don't mean a fucking thing.
Yeah.
Ben Hunt.
You guys will have to upgrade his contract to like a bit more money if you want to keep him. Otherwise,
100%.
Roosters is coming with $1 million and it'll be
Best
so.
buddies Speaking about club legends, guys, Grub, Josh Reynolds.
Brings a tear to my eye.
Now, I didn't watch. I'm not going to lie. I didn't watch. Why would I watch some B-grade bullshit? You know what I mean? I'm kidding. But no, I was a bit busy on that day, so I couldn't watch. But obviously seeing all the post-game interviews and whatnot, and the way he just connects to the people at Belmore, he is an absolute legend to the Bulldogs club.
He's the Belmore boy. He's the king of Belmore. I seen a video on TikTok. It was he was crying before they even came out of the sheds.
Yes.
And then he was crying down the tunnel and shit. But yeah.
Usually,
off you go, Brendan.
Usually I don't watch Bulldogs games, is what I was going to say, but this was an acceptance. I watched the pre-game and I watched the main game as well. But a pity his team couldn't perform for him. They got hammered. But other than that, no, he played pretty good. He did like a 80-meter sprint, like an intercept, and he just didn't have the legs to get to that try line anymore. But no, he played well. It was great to see the send off. The line where he walked through, and then also getting carried off the field.
Yeah,
Which is pretty cool as well. So,
it's unfortunate that he didn't get to play his last game in the NRL, but he stepped down for Toby Sexton to play, and then Toby Sexton gets dropped this week.
It's great seeing the Roosters, in all sorts at the moment, guys. It's like they're in damage control. They're slapping band-aids over everything at the moment, and it's absolutely fantastic to see. Because, they're a big club. They've got all the money. Everyone wants to go there. It's great to see them struggling, in my opinion. It's so easy to hate the Roosters as well.
Oh, fuck, I love it.
About 6 fans to their home games.
Yeah. Imagine being a Roosters fan.
If everyone had Nick Politis, everything would be okay. Everyone would be in your position, guys. You're not special.
Everyone would have salary sombreros.
Your shit, in fact, does stink.
Really bad.
How's that?
Yeah,
I couldn't imagine being a Roosters fan, honestly.
Oh, geez, dude, you're already a fucking Dragons fan.
Look, I don't know what could be worse.
But just quickly as well, I can't get over. You know what, mate? The Roosters is such a shit name for a footy team.
Like they're just a bunch of cocks.
Think of this, right? Think of this. The Dragons. Big scary thing, right? The Tigers. Tigers are fucking scary. You've got, Parramatta Eels. I mean, yes, mate. The Sharks are scary.
What about...
Yeah.
Maybe it's just the Sydney teams, because Rabbitohs also not scary.
No, they're not.
Maybe it's the Broncos team as well. I mean, who'd be scared of a fucking Bronco as well? Let's be real.
Oh, mate, you watch yourself. Wild
Yeah,
Broncos
true.
are legit, dude.
I mean, then they got Dolphins up there. Fuck.
Yeah, but
you know what are really
Dolphins...
scary?
Anyway,
What's really scary is the Warriors, eh? That's a scary team.
Hey.
Yeah. Well, when they're doing the haka at me on a cheeky Saturday night at Eden Park in NZ, then yeah, for sure.
I was throwing the segue into the next dot pod.
I think the three of us picked up, but Lucas just didn't.
Did you know Warriors a bit of a premiership threat? I'd say after
A premiership
knocking
what?
off a premiership threat. James has wrote FRET, but that obviously
THREAT threat.
Guys, are the Warriors a premiership threat?
Well, can we please work out what fret is first?
My name Jimmy.
Okay.
Guys, I've worked out what fret is. It's be constantly or visibly anxious.
Ooh.
So
Are they?
our Warriors premiership anxious.
They might be.
I'm gonna go ahead and take the lead here, and I'm gonna say if Brandon thinks in fucking hell that the Sharks are a premiership threat, then the Warriors, who gave them a clapping, absolutely are.
Then the Warriors will actually win the grand final in Brandon's books.
What about you, Brandon? Do you think they are, mate? Because I'm really
Look,
eager
I
to hear your thoughts.
didn't get to watch the game too much, so I can't, really say if
here we
they
go.
won or not.
I was playing golf.
I was playing golf, so that did happen. I did watch a little bit of the highlights, though. Sean Johnson turning back the clock. I'm just worried about injuries because he is very injury prone once it gets to close to finals, and it's happened so many times. Touch wood, I'm touching wood for Warriors fans. But that Luke Metcalf, what a player. Oh, that hurts.
Oh, he actually played the house.
Bring it back to
He
the
actually
Sharks.
played the house down on fucking Sunday.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Look,
Corpse of Matt Moylan.
As I said in the chat today, whoever would have thought at the start of the year Warriors versus Raiders would be a good game? Like it's fourth versus fifth. Like whoever thought we'd be saying that?
Not me.
Not me.
But I just want to say on the Warriors, what about that form of DWZ? Like fuck me.
How good's his perm?
Bro, the curly perm.
The curly
That's what they
perm.
called it on Saturday. The curly perm.
It's glorious to look at.
It's
dude.
beautiful. Especially when he's like upright, just fucking planting the ball down in the in goal. Horizontal, fucking standing on his head, taking out cameramen.
Now, guys, look, the last game of the round on Sunday was the Titans and Para. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I love a 6:15 game on a Sunday. Do you guys enjoy them?
I didn't
Yeah.
even watch it.
Yeah, dude. I was out in the man cave, mate, with a fire and a couple of beers. It was fantastic to watch. But
Nice.
yeah, mate, Sunday 6:15 games I love, and this game in particular was a firecracker. Now I needed Parramatta to win for a cheeky multi, so I was actually cheering for them. I couldn't believe it. I thought they were going to let me down.
Did it hurt your heart?
Mate, when they went 2 men down, I was like, here we go.
I had one more thing I wanted to chuck in about NRL this week. On NRL 360, the Tigers chairman. Did you see what he was wearing?
Jeez.
That get up was like
You're
the
just
club
jealous, bro.
in crisis, man. Like your chairman's getting dressed up like that. Your CEO's got his own podcast. The team is playing like in shambles. It's so bad, but that was.
I've not seen it yet. I'm gonna watch it after this.
Yeah, his name's Lee.
Yeah, Hadjipentelis.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like him. He's a bigger. He's such a fucking tool bag.
You can tell they're both a bit up themselves, just the way his get up is, and then the way Pasco has his podcast. It's
Ask the boss.
club in crisis.
Imagine Pasco having the hide as well. You know what I mean? You fucking dog, Justin Pasco. All right, look, we'll head into the NRL tips for the week, guys.
Yeah,
What do you
talking about getting fucked. What are your teams?
Talking about getting fucked. Everyone listening and watching on Thursday, your time's going to get fucked because no one wants to watch this absolute shit game.
But unfortunately, me and you will be watching it, Lucas.
Oh, absolutely. I'll be asleep by the first half. But look, the Tigers play the Dragons. Is this a battle for the spoon or the Tigers have it? We've got it, don't we?
Oh, this could mean something.
Let me check the ladder real quick. Hold on.
Well, look, I'll get your opinions anyway, guys. Do you guys... I'm going to pick the Tigers.
Yeah.
I don't mind our team outside of... look, I mean, Brandon Wakeham hasn't got a creative bone in his body at halfback. As much as he tries, he's just not a creator at halfback, so we've got to rely on Dane Laurie at 5'8". Points scored might be hard to come by, but I do still think we can get the job done over the Dragons this week. Brandon, what are you thinking?
Yeah, I like... Obviously, your forward pack's better, I think, arguably. Yeah. It's just, as you said, the halves is probably your downfall. I don't know how Dano is going to go back in the NRL in the halves, but we'll see.
This is his second game back in the halves. His first one was when we got absolutely banged.
And then he got dropped for Will Smith. I'll pick you guys, and it's a toss of the coin, though. Toss of the coin.
Thank you, sir. Dan, are you going with your boys?
Yeah, obviously I am. But as I said to you before we started recording, Lucas, we've got the turnstile at fullback, so I'm not very confident there.
Yeah.
But hopefully Talatau Moan and Ben Cunt can do something.
Whoa. Also, having a turnstile at fullback, right? I just wanted to jump back into that. You shouldn't be having defense get to your fullback.
True.
But yeah,
if anyone knows anything about a fullback being a turnstile, it's the Sharks.
Hey, Will Kennedy's good.
And Dan Russell's starting in second row this week, so.
Ooh, Dan,
up the D, man.
Both Couchmans still aren't playing, but
James, mate, what's your tip for this game?
Nope.
This actually could be the spoon off, considering
it's the
Tigers are
no
12. Tigers are on 12 and Dragons are on 14, so it'll tie us up. But I think we have better for and against. Maybe I'm not sure.
Yeah. Look, guys, the Friday 6 o'clock game, the Warriors versus the Raiders, in a game at the start of the season, no one expected to be, a potential barn burner. I'm gonna go the Warriors for another big win here. James? Okay. Brandon, what do you say?
I'll be going the Raiders Viking clap, mate.
Yep. And Dan, what are you saying, sir?
Up the wires.
Up the wires. There we go. Now, the Friday 8 o'clock game. I don't know about you guys, but I'm real keen to get to watch this one.
Is your eyes shut?
No. Like, genuinely, this is going to be a bloody good game. The Rabbitohs versus the Broncos, guys. Dan, who have you got?
Trell Mitt back as well. Oof.
Trell Mitt, Reece Walsh, Payne Haas, Pat Carrigan, Campbell Graham.
Fuck.
The big guns.
Also,
are
something
back.
we didn't mention earlier. Campbell Graham re-signed with Rabbitohs for 3 years.
Ooh.
He
Very
did.
nice.
He
very
did.
nice.
I seen
want
that
your tip,
today.
Dan.
I will go with the Rabbitohs.
The Rabbitohs. Okay, interesting. What about you,
Yeah.
Brandon?
I'm going to go the Rabbitohs as well. I think the forward pack's just a little depleted with the Broncos, but yeah.
All right. James, what are you saying, sir?
Nope.
Now, Saturday, 3 o'clock. God, this is going to be a game that not many fans are going to go to. The
God.
Titans versus the Roosters. I want the Titans to add to the woes of the Roosters, so I'm picking them. What about you, Brandon?
I think this will be one of James's try-scorer multi games, and I think I'm with you. I'm going the Titans, mate. Going the Titans.
Up there, Titans. What about you, James?
Nope.
Yeah, cool. What about you, Dan? What are you saying, sir?
I'm making it the 4. I'm going the Titans. Fuck
Hey, out the Titans.
Up the tits. Now, guys, Knights versus Storm. Is this the week where the Knights come crumbling back to earth, coming up against a premiership hotshot, or what are you thinking?
Yeah.
just
Yeah,
Plain and simple,
I all in agreement.
are we all taking?
We don't
Melbourne?
even have to ask for our tips.
So look, we're all taking Melbourne, are we? Just nice and easy,
Yeah,
straight.
yeah, lock
Yeah.
it in.
All right, then, guys, the Saturday 7:30, the Cowboys versus the Eels. This is another smoky for game of the round too. This will be a good one. The Cowboys obviously in fantastic form. The Eels with a nice win on Sunday. I'm just gonna have to say the Cowboys here. What about you, Dan?
Yeah, I'm going the Cowboys. They're being pretty red hot form right now. Fucking Ruben Cotter's playing pretty well for him.
Big Rubes. What about you, James? Are you gonna stick with your team?
Nope.
Brandon, what are you thinking, dude?
Yeah, Cowboys win this one. Para too
Yes.
many out, and they'll struggle.
Now, Sunday 2 o'clock game. This could be the spanking of all spankings.
Oops. I love a good spanking.
Nathan Cleary is back, and the Penrith Panthers play the Bulldogs, guys. Is this going to be any old score?
Holy dooly! $12.50 odds for the Bulldogs to get a win.
I think the decimal place is one spot.
Is
like,
that-
too close?
Didn't so Tigers obviously beat Penrith, but what were you guys paying? Were you more? That seems.
I think they
bloody
were
high.
10s. I think.
Yeah, I don't think we'd have been anywhere near as much as that, right?
Bulldogs just have to pray for like some rain, do the rain dances to try and get a win. But,
And fucking Penrith are playing fucking Winks odds.
yeah.
$3, you can't.
$3, yeah. No, yeah. Seriously, Winks odds. Good googly moogly.
But I think we're all picking Penrith. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't
look,
think we have to.
Yeah.
That's a
Um,
good point.
We'll
Penrith,
be
right.
seeing Josh at the Roost Tree this week.
And then, guys, another actually good game for a Sunday Arvo is the Sharks versus the Sea Eagles. Now, do the Sharks get back to their bully ways, or can the Sea Eagles get the dub here? I'm taking the Sea Eagles. Just justice for my boy Tommy Turbo. Brandon, I'll head straight to you, dude. What are you thinking?
Well, it's that points bet. So I think we've got the win. We beat them already this year. And I think we actually, overall, they have a massive, they are a hoodoo team. But the last, I think, 3 games we've beat them. So we're on a streak at the moment.
On a streak, you say?
Yep.
All right. Dan, who you following, dude?
Fuck Brennan and fuck the Sharks. Go Manly.
Whoa. My name's anonymous, don't you?
And James, what do you think, sir?
Nope.
Well, guys, look, that's it for NRL talk, and I suppose the majority of that. Just quickly, before we head into some of our best bets and stuff, I just want to talk about the Wallabies.
Oh, God.
Now, I thankfully had a cheeky fiver on the Argies on Saturday because I just know how woeful Australian rugby is. But good God, if the Wallabies just aren't the sorest team you've seen in a long time in an Australian national sport, we used to be the kings of union, other than the All Blacks, of course. But we were always up there rivaling them, the Springbok, those three teams, and even the Poms were in there, were always the top teams. Guys, there's a big chance that the Aussies will go home in the group stages of the World Cup. That's how dead set
That
average.
hurts.
Other than Wales, but we could cop a loss to Wales for sure. And that's the thing, you never know with the Wallabies.
Isn't it top 2 World Cup go through?
It is.
In the group? Yeah, so we could,
One thing that really put me off is I've turned the game on the weekend and I watched it as well as the NRL. But when they were doing the national anthem, they're shooting across the team, and who do I notice in the team? Quade Cooper. How the fuck is that bloke still playing?
They brought him back.
I couldn't. I had to pause the screen to make sure it was Quade Cooper, and it was. Yeah, that's
So
pretty.
our pool for the World Cup is us, Fiji, Georgia, Portugal, and Wales.
Okay, yeah. So look, Fiji are a good team.
Yeah.
Fiji,
Portugal's pretty
they
good as
are
well.
No joke.
We could beat Portugal and fucking.
We'll smash
Georgia.
Portugal and Georgia for sure. But Wales and Fiji are no joke and should not be taken lightly. At all.
Do we have our Australian Marika Korobiti on our team?
We have got big Marika Korobeti. We sure do, sir.
Beautiful.
I just want to mention Pool D for a second. This seems like a good pool.
Dude. Yeah.
Argentina,
Yep.
Chile, England, Japan, and Samoa. Like that pool, except for Chile, obviously.
Hey, whoa, my Chilean brothers.
I'll put respect on their name, but like, fuck me, that's a good pool.
Yeah, the Argies are no joke, man. They've always been good at rugby, which is why I couldn't believe they're paying $4 on Saturday.
So what we're gathering is Australia suck in rugby.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
We used to be good. Now we're just a bit of a joke. So.
Exactly.
When is the World Cup?
It starts in about 3 weeks, I want to say.
Gives us more rugby union talk.
Yep. Now,
Yeah.
guys, let's head over to our best bets, all right? So I think we'll head straight in with Lucas's top tip, and this is what I got for you this week. Everyone, Lucas from the Couch Commentators podcast here. My best bet goes around in race 8 at Rose Hill on Saturday. Number 15, Samana, trained by Kieran Maher and Dave Eustace. Looking to go for back-to-back wins here, guys. So once again, that is race 8, number 15, Samana. Yeah.
Jeez.
My
So
God.
that's my top
Fucking
of the
hell.
week, boys.
Damn. Wow.
Fuck,
Yep.
that's...
That
Hope it
surely
wins,
gets us,
honestly.
It gets us back to winning ways.
Honestly, I hope that wins.
Yeah.
We're looking-
HO.
We're looking pretty poor at the moment.
Yeah. What about you, Leachy? What do you got for the lock this week, mate?
This week I'm chasing back-to-back glory here. I've picked Rose Hill Race 5, and I picked the horse I picked only a couple weeks ago. It was Brudenell. Number 2. I think it's too good for this race. It's paying only about $2.50, so hopefully it gets up. Good luck, punters.
Oh, you beauty.
I'm going back to back there.
Beautiful.
That's going to be back to back.
You.
The only way you go back to back is double under dildo.
What?
Why don't you go show us what you got, Dan? Because
Go on, Dan. Give us
Well-
your dopey decision.
Alright, this week's Dan's dumb decision. Coming at you. Going Dragons, Tigers, try score multi. It's going to be it's either going to be a nil or draw. It's going to be a 50 or draw. So we're going Michaela Revaloa, Zach Lomax, Talatau Moan, David Nofaluma, Staffatoa, and Jareen Buller. All 6 of them try scorers, $201 odds. It's coming. Dan's dumb decision is finally going to pay off, and everyone's going to laugh at me for saying this, but it's going to come off, and I'm going to be laughing at them when I win a lot of money. So, happy punting and gamble responsibly.
Yeah, nice, Dan.
Yeah.
That's,
another zero. Another zero.
Look, boys, what can I say?
I'm saying that out of utter disgust and resentment. Now, James, what's the jam look like this week, mate?
Oh.
So for Jim's Jam this week, we're changing it up a bit. We need to freshen up. We need to win, more importantly. So this week we're doing a bit of a line bet. We've got 4 lines here, all lined up, ready to go. So we've got Canberra plus 6.5. We've got Gold Coast plus 3.5. We've got Melbourne minus 8.5. And we've got Sharks minus 8.5. So that's going to get us around $13.10 return. So, yeah, I think all these things are going to happen. Sharks should bully the Manly because they're not in the top 8. And the rest, I think, yeah, hopefully.
Ooh,
Not bad.
juicy.
The Joey John special line bet, eh?
Hey.
All right, boys. Anyone got anything else to add, or?
Buy the hats.
Yeah.
Buy the hats.
Buy
Yes,
the
guys.
hats.
The hats are back on our website now. We'll have the links to purchase that in the videos here.
I think
So
it's
make sure-
couchcommentators.shop, isn't it? Or
It
something?
is, yes.
Couchcommentators.shop. Thank you for the save there, Dan. Now, guys, before we sign out, make sure you follow the Couch Commentators on all our social media platforms, and we will be back with you next week. Happy punting, guys.
Ladies, gamble responsibly.